I have never played any role-playing game before, so I'm a complete novice.
Here we go.
I've been desperately trying to make the perfect cup of tea.
Let's fine, go on without any. Can I charm the statues?
You twist your ankle.
Here we go.
The buggy flip. All four of you are pitched straight out into the sand.
Is there anything about the altar now it's lit up that we can see that might be an obvious power source?
We tried diplomacy. Time for destruction.
Basically, you got a success.
And I'm going to move.
Hello, I'm Gerry Anderson, and I have never played any role-playing game before, so I'm a complete novice.
I'm Annie Persick. I started role-playing when I was 6, but haven't role-played much in the last 10 years, apart from 2 weeks ago on a cruise.
Yeah. Well, there's a nicer way to start. I'm Andy Peregrine. I've been doing this for 40 years. Please don't add up all the... because it's been a very long time.
I'm Ross Arrowsmith. I've played a little bit of Dungeons & Dragons, but not yet this one properly.
And I'm Chris Dale. I've played one role-playing game once, and I didn't get it.
Okay, so the whole thing here is it's a massive variation of ability. So if we can get this right and have fun, then clearly it's a brilliant game.
And you can too.
And you can too. So no pressure, Andy. So you're the boss here, the games master. What do we call you? Tell us about the game and let's get started.
Indeed. Well, I will be your games master for the evening. And you'll be playing one of these pre-generated characters. We've got these in the quick start. So either grab one at random or see what just looks interesting. You can entirely just pick it based on whichever picture looks coolest. One of the reasons that I have these pictures is because they look cool. You're going straight for the doctor.
I mean, she's got a clipboard.
Yeah. That's what the clipboard is your thing.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
Have you got that in?
So I've gone for Dr. Kai,
Lovely.
the medic. His traits are charming and caring. That's
There you go.
See, I didn't even read this, but this is Penny Coventry, the operations officer. Calm and organised. I mean, come on. Organised.
Almost based on you entirely.
Well, Francesco Spinoza is quiet and brave, which feels nice.
Akiko Lin, much like me, is a passionate party animal.
Yeah, there we go.
Brilliant. Okay.
Marvellous. So, a couple of things that I'll share with you about the characters. There's not a lot. We'll go through a whole long rule spiel because we'll figure that out as we play. So, two things you should be aware of. What we've got here is the momentum track. This is a pool of bonus dice that you points that you all share. The moment it starts at 0, it can only go up to 6 in total. So this is one of these things we find with a lot of these games. When you play other games, there tends to be these bonus points like, save them for the good roll, don't spend the roll. With these, this system works better if you spend them fast and freely as you can. Generally, they will give you more point. You get more of these for the pool when your dice rolls go well. So if you spend them to do better dice rolls, you'll get more back for the pool. So it's a constant cycle. It's a feature rather than a bug for this one. It's one of the things that particularly with 2D20, people said, it didn't work mostly because I need saving these. So always spend your momentum, keep it cycling round. We'll go into more what you can spend those on later on as we go. And the other thing is your whole dice thing, everything's based around D20s, so you want 20-sided dice, Marcus. You always get to roll 2. You can spend momentum to buy more than 2, and each one could potentially give you successes, and the more successes you have, the better. And to make that make some sort of sense, we'll do some roles as we go around and introduce some of your characters.
Okay.
So, what we start off with is you are all traveling on an eagle at the moment because, interestingly, over the last couple of days, one of your scientists noticed that the plants in their laboratory had turned a bright blue. It started investigating some of the reasons for this, what was going on, why it was happening. Thankfully, it wasn't dangerous. But
As far as we know.
so far. I like paranoia to start off. Brilliant. So what you did discover is that they've been subjected to a strange form of radiation, that thankfully in low doses, but that form of radiation, if in large doses, could actually potentially shut down the base's life support system. It would start melting and dissolving some of the crystals and the milganite and things that you use for your system. So you could be really, really stuck. And unfortunately, you discovered that the moon is going past a planet that is emitting this radiation in a vast amount. So you guys all find yourself on the Eagle as the survey team, designed to go down to this planet and find out what's going on and hopefully turn this system or shut this radiation down, if possible, before it wipes out all life on Moonbase Alpha. So no pressure anyway. Obviously, no pressure.
Okay.
Now, obviously, you lot have been picked because Commander Koenig and Dr. Russell, they're all doing way more important things on the base.
No, they
running
know that
around.
this is very, very dangerous, and they're sending out the expendables, aren't they?
When has that stopped Koenig in the first?
That never happens.
No, so I think Dr. Russell has nailed him to a chair and said, "You're staying here this time. You're needed on the base. Send this lot." So we'll start because you're the pilot.
Yeah.
We'll start with, how's your day been?
Well, it's been a bit stressful, actually. I wasn't expecting to have to
No.
do this dangerous mission. There's a lot riding on this.
There is.
But I'm passionate.
Yeah.
And, if anyone can get it done, other than Alan Carter, it's going to be me.
Yes.
Or that person. It's you. It's me.
Excellent. So, you've got a hope statistic on your character sheet. So should be
Oh, yes.
right at the top. What's your hope?
Conflict.
So what that is in the game is that's a sort of tag for the thing that keeps your character going. So everyone's got to think, obviously being away from, your family are gone, your moon base is floating through space. It takes quite a lot to hold on to your sanity and your peace of mind. For you, conflict actually makes you feel better about stuff. Usually when you like to win things, it doesn't have to be, crushing the opposition and go, it can be sometimes you just, win at games of cards or you win, races or something. It doesn't have to be a big deal. What have you won recently? Or is there a thing that you've been trying recently to make yourself feel better about stuff?
Well, there's this game in the recreation room.
Yeah.
One of those games that just has the blinking lights and we don't actually know what it is. And I'm really good at that, but there's this other guy. He's just that little bit better.
Okay.
But I'm going to get him.
We'll see how well that did. So just to introduce you to rolls,
Okay.
or just do a simple roll, you'll get 2d20. So grab these two. Now,
Okay.
you have got, we've got one of the other character sheets lurking around. Because these are always useful for me to remind myself what the actual skills lists are and things. So, playing a game, I'm going to say it's quite a technical game, so let's say it's a technical skill.
Yeah.
So the skill will be technical. What attitude do you think would be relative to that? You get to pick the attitude, which is how you approach
From my list.
thing from the list. So now you can pick your highest number and then try and justify it to me, because people do that. People will play to their strengths, so that's fine. So what is your highest number then?
The highest is improvisation, which is 8.
Okay, so that would be a case of maybe the guy challenged you when you weren't really expecting it. So hey, we haven't had a game recently. Let's do it now. You go, oh right, okay, bring it on. So that's where you like to just jump straight in. So you can use your improvisation for that. So you add up your improvisation plus your technical, and that will give you a number. What's that number for you?
So am I looking for technical? Oh, technical where it says technical, yeah. 14.
14. So if roll your 2 dice, and if they get 14 or less, they are a success.
It's gone on the floor.
So you've got, roll it back on the table. We don't count floor dice. Oh no, you keep the one you rolled.
Too late.
Oh well, too late now.
Because that was the one.
Too late.
We'll come back to that.
Oh,
So you had the 18 and 11. So one success. The 18 is not a success. The 11 is a success. So you got one success in total. So yeah, you won. It was close.
Yeah.
It was tight, but you did win. So you're feeling pretty good about yourself.
Yeah.
As you climb into the Eagle cockpit and take off, you're like, I can
do
take
anything.
on this game. I can take on everything.
Easy.
Brilliant. So come round to Francesco. What's your hope?
Artist.
So what have you been doing to?
Well, of course, I very much miss being home on Earth, so I've been drawing and painting and sketching my old hometown and various lovely views.
Trying to remember it.
Trying to remember home, yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So what skill and attitude combination would you put that as?
Well, I guess artist, I'm quietly stoic. I would probably say there's
Bravery usually under command because that's as focus.
bravery and command.
So, cool. So your target number, so you've got 8 and a 6, so you're 14. So 2 dice. Now there's an extra bit here. You've got a focus in art. And what that means is if you roll under your skill, which in this case is your command skill of 6, you'll get 2 successes for that.
Oh, okay.
Now, if you roll a 1, if anyone rolls a 1, they get 2 successes.
Right.
But because the focus gets you the option to possibly get more than that.
Brilliant.
Let's see how you do.
Okie doke. Right, here we go.
So 2 successes. So you didn't roll under your skill or roll a 1, but both dice came up a success. So brilliant. Your art is going really well. You might not have finished it. You might be still working on it because art takes a little while. But it's reminded you of your home. The fields and valleys are you're feeling they're there on the canvas, and you feel a really great connection. So again, feeling really good about things. We're going. Annie, what's your hope?
My hope is dedication.
Yes.
Because I was a high society party girl as a youngster, and I feel terribly inadequate on the moon base, and I'm desperately trying to prove myself all the time so that people will dismiss my background and take me seriously as an operations officer.
Cool. So how have you been trying to
Well,
prove your?
I was saying to you earlier that my favourite thing about this game is that you can have a talent of making tea.
Yeah.
And I honestly didn't even see this, but my character does actually have the
Yeah.
nice cup of tea. So within the moon base, I've been desperately trying to make the perfect cup of tea to kind of help people keep calm under pressure or give them a boost. So I'm like trying different blends and different, steeping times and that kind of thing to make the perfect cup of tea.
So that's probably going to come up.
I think medical.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Medical. Right. Well,
Because it's caring, isn't it? Medical isn't just actual medicine. It's
Yeah.
like caring for people and providing.
yeah, and you're trying to do it in a medicinal way.
exactly.
So yeah, fine. What
yeah.
attitude are you going to use?
Perseverance.
Oh, so you've been like
Many,
oh,
many, many.
This
So
is like
many
Tony
cups
with
of
his
tea.
ear. Actually, this is
So many cups of
so
tea.
fabulous. So, what's your target numbers for that?
Perseverance 7 and medical 5. So that's 12.
12. So there's your and you don't have a focus in tea making.
Well, the talent is.
that does a separate thing. It's
Okay.
not a focus. But
Etiquette?
how?
Well, because making tea is a very, high society thing, and you have to do it correctly to produce the right etiquette for the right
So
social
you're
situation.
suggesting you're trying to do a whole tea ceremony?
Yes.
Right.
Absolutely.
Okay. Now we're going to we'll let you clutch that straw of desperation, and I'll give you the focus for that.
Okay.
Okay. So 18 on 2. So 18's a fail,
Yep.
but 2
One really
is-
bad cup of tea and one really good cup of tea.
But
You should put the
because-
milk in first, that's why.
Yeah.
Oh, don't take milk in my
You
tea.
asked people how to lay down tea. But the 2, now normally a 1 would be 2 successes, but as we've allowed to have the focus, and that is under your medical skill, 2 is actually 2 successes.
Wow.
So you've done really well. It's like, it's mostly been utterly rubbish, apart from 1 really good cup of tea.
Okay.
So you probably passed this over to Koenig on when you went, and he actually turned this on. Nice cup of tea.
Wow.
And you've gone, whoa, oh my God, I made it, I did it. And that's
Yeah.
that's all you're probably going to get out of Koenig.
Okay.
But yeah.
No, that'll keep me going for a bit,
Cool.
definitely.
So you're sitting there on the Eagle, strapped in, feeling good about yourself for having a cheap tea. JR,
Well,
what's your hope?
care.
Okay. And what have you been caring about? Obviously, there's innumerable patients. There's always somebody in the medical
Yeah.
centre.
No, I think I noticed that Alan Carter was feeling a bit down. and so I've been looking after him, just secretly supporting him so he can remain the hero.
Oh, okay, because he's it must be an unhappy love affair because it always is.
Probably, yeah, but he just, you can't have the hero of Alpha, looking down and dour.
That sounds fine. So we're going to make that a medical one, I assume, because that's psychology.
Yes, absolutely.
What's your attitude that's going to go with that?
Compassion, surely. 8.
Yes, absolutely. So what do those add up to?
16.
Marvellous. So you get 2 dice. And have you got a focus that you think you can apply to that one? Has you
charm?
You know what? Yeah. I mean, you're trying to do it and making him feel better.
Yeah.
It's not a bad...
I don't think he can know that I'm doing it. I just think I'm being nice to
Yeah,
him.
just...
Yeah?
Cool. Absolutely. So you can apply that for focus. 5 and 5. And both of those are going to be under your medical, I believe.
Yeah?
Yeah, so your medical is 8. So you've got to focus. So 2 5s, that's 4 successes.
Wow.
So
Amazing. There you go.
you are Alan's best friend at the moment. You've been bringing, every time he turns around and says, you know what, I'm
rubs,
feeling so,
everything.
bring a bit down, have a cup of tea. She does an amazing cup of tea.
Yeah.
Have you tried her tea? So
Have you seen the art that's been produced over here, Alan? It's to make you feel
it's
better.
like, mate, Alan is feeling on top of the world.
Yeah.
He is absolutely amazed. In fact, he's really ready for another love affair. So that's, your services may be needed again soon.
I feel as if we've done too well. We're starting on too much of a high. It can only go down from here.
Yeah, can't it?
Yeah.
Okay. So,
Yeah, we haven't hit the
Role-playing
theme
is all
tune
about-
yet.
Yeah,
We've
in
still
the
got
pre-credit sequence.
Yeah.
so because you did all well, I'm just going to give you a momentum into the track just to get you started off with something. Normally I would basically for every success beyond what you require, you would get a point of momentum as we were kind of just rolling for the sake of it. I would add that in, but we will see more of that as we go. Does that make sense so far, how that's all fits together, how that part of rowing?
Yeah.
That's pretty much all of the system. That's all you really need to know.
Okay.
So, you're in this Eagle. You're in obviously the pilot seat because you're the pilot. Are you going to have one of these guys as your co-pilot? It's usually good, even if they're not necessarily the best at flight. Now, you will notice you've all got some ability to do anything. Even the tea maker here can jump into the pilot of an Eagle and go,
I've got a clipboard, I can do the pre-flight
Come on
checklist
up front then,
thing.
because that cup of tea is the talk for the base. We've not.
so you're getting your co-pilot in based on her tea skills.
Yes.
Okay, I'm not going to
Yes.
question it. It's very British, but we'll see how that goes. So you're up in the front in the co-pilot seat. You two will be in the back.
Clipboard at the ready.
Yes. You might want to be ready to grab the joystick with the other
Oh.
hand in need be.
More practical co-piloting rather than a supervisory.
In this case, there's a lot of telemetry, and one of the things I love about this is that you need base telemetry to get from planet to planet. So
Right.
a lot of the co-pilot thing will be
Oh, well, it makes
radio
sense to have you up
receiving
front
and
then.
making some
The
notes.
clipboard.
But you will have to be ready for grabbing the joystick if it all goes horribly wrong.
Doesn't say anything about hand-eye coordination on this sheet, I'm afraid.
His choice. He picked you.
It'll all be fine.
Yeah.
Everything's going to be great. You've made tea, Alan Carter feels better, you're on a high, everything's going to be fine. So, lovely. So, as you might imagine, as you come across space, pretty easy. You don't need to make a roll to fly across space. It's straightforward. You've done this before. But as you come towards the planet itself and you get caught into its gravitational pull and you start dropping through the atmosphere, as you are basically piloting, and I just love this description, a brick with rockets on it.
Yeah.
It's not the most aerodynamic of creatures. You also drop into, there's loads of weird dust storms. Scans and things of the area beforehand have made it appear that it looks like a desert planet of some form. There doesn't seem to be very much there at all apart. But we'll actually see if anyone can do some sort of scan. You guys are in the back. So what you might be able to do is do a sort of scan of the planet as you get closer to see what you can learn about it. Now I'm going to make this, it's going to be a technical thing. Now what you can both do is one of you can assist the other one. So either you can both have a role, or one of you can try and assist the other and then get a better result between you. If so, I need to know which one of you is going to take the lead on investigating and scanning.
My technical's only 5.
That's the same as me, so I guess I'll give you a hand. It's fine. I'll be an assistant in this one.
So,
Okay.
you get your normal 2 dice, If you would like a third dice, you can spend 1 momentum and get a third dice. You will get 1 dice, regardless, and you get to add that as long as he gets at least 1 success. You can add your thing into that. Now you have a. I'm going to say the difficulty for this is 2, so you need to score at least 2 successes. Now you've seen what the chances are, but you could do that on 2 dice, and you're going to have potentially a third.
Yeah.
Do you want to spend the momentum on that?
I mean, how important is it really for us to know what we're flying into?
Feels quite important to know that. So are we happy to use some momentum to...
Yeah, I'd
work
like
out
to know
what's
where
down
I'm taking this.
I think we should get used to spending it because you do have like a tendency, that there is an instinct to kind of keep hold.
Preserve it, but no,
Yeah.
you no time
No.
at the present.
Don't worry
So
about it. Yeah.
you spend now the way this works. You spend 1, you get the third dice.
Yeah.
2 points to get the 4th dice. 3 points to get the 5th
Okay.
dice. So if you have a whole pool of 6 momentum, you'd have to spend all of it to get
Get
up to 5
3,
dice.
yeah.
You can never have more than 5 dice. 'Cause
Okay.
then it gets silly. So you've got 3.
Yep.
What's your attitude with this, Chanel?
Improvisation.
So you don't know what you're doing. So somebody says we should scan. Should we? Okay.
I'm familiar, but I'm going to,
You can style it
tweak
out.
some settings and...
Yeah. I need to alternate the flange control here.
Exactly, that's what I've done.
No, if you do well, you'll know he doesn't know what he's doing. So can you do? So roll your.
Technicals 5, improvisation 6.
Okay, so you've got 11. You need 11 or more in those dice. Do you have a focus you can apply? Charm will not help you.
I don't think cultural studies is... No, that's not going to help me here. So no, I don't have a focus I had apply.
So now you do a roll. You're using technical as well, but you have to use a different attitude. It doesn't have to be the same.
Dedication.
Yeah.
Well, I'm dedicated to helping you and helping others.
It goes together. You get 1 roll, and you don't. Yes, you don't really have anything focus-wise. We can add to that.
Let's see what
All
happens.
roll at the same time. See what you get. So, your 5 is a success.
Lovely.
That was great. You've got 2 successes there.
That's pretty good.
You didn't have a focus, so you've got the 2 you need. Because you got at least 1 success, you can add that 3rd success in. Now, you needed 2 to succeed. You've got 3, so you get a point of momentum back.
Yep.
So you see the point you spend comes back to you.
Nice.
Yeah.
Now, as you scan, you do actually locate a few things. Firstly, you get a weird source of this radiation. Weirdly, it's not just a sort of general glow from the planet. It's actually a focused beam. It's coming out in a sort of cone shape from the planet. But there's a specific location. And that location also it seems to be some sort of ruin. You've seen as the eagle hits things, there are all kinds of almost like stone pyramids and things, mostly buried in the sand. But there's some sort of ancient lost civilization here. Looks like long gone. You don't detect any life signs or any actually intact buildings, but could still be anything down there. But basically stone ruins, and the one in particular that seems to be leading you towards where you want to go.
So it seems like it's not a natural atmospheric phenomenon.
No.
Okay.
It's
Well, that
weird.
might mean that it's easier to switch off.
That's the plan. I love the optimism. Yeah. You've gamed with me before, yet you're still optimistic. I love that. So, but we move up to the pilots because you just hit something of a bit of chop as you come down. The clouds and the general atmosphere and wind conditions here are really tough for the Eagle. So I'm going to have it's extraordinarily
Folks,
tough.
have you all got your seatbelts on? Safety first.
Yeah. So you've done your scans now. Yeah, okay, we can sit down. Happy in the knowledge of job well done.
We did do a good job, I think.
Now,
Yeah.
you're the pilot, so obviously this will be your role. You're going to have to make a flight roll, which is something you're quite good at.
Oh, good.
You as the co-pilot, obviously the only one that can help him out, but you can assist in the same way that
Maybe.
you can try.
Well, a cup of tea.
I mean, that's how you assist is up to you. I mean, I love that you're boiling a kettle in the flight deck, but, let's
Focus here. Come on.
There's a little tease made built into the side or something. So,
Of course.
obviously, flight is going to be a thing. What attitude are you going to be using with this role?
Well, See, I'm not sure because I've got improvisation at 8, but I think dedication at 7 might be.
Yeah, I don't think we can claim that you're improvising.
I'm not going to improvise. No,
I think that would be worrying.
Yes, yeah. If you just turn around and said, I'm just going to style this out.
I'm just going to see how this goes. Yeah, I'll do it with one hand. Yeah,
because I should say from these, I can say, no, you're not using that. It's not entirely your choice.
Whereas with dedication, I am determined to get.
Yeah, absolutely. You're
That's down
focused.
safe.
You're going to, So dedication and flight is your target number. And you, I imagine, have a pilot eagle focus.
Space pilot.
Space pilot, yeah, absolutely. So anything under your skill is going to be 2 successes.
Okay.
So you start with your 2 dice. Annie, you've got 1, as I assume you're going to assist in some way.
Yes. Yep.
Again, flight for you,
Yep.
but also...
I mean, I probably could use improvisation, but
you
based on
probably
the
could.
numbers,
Yeah.
it wouldn't be a good idea.
No. What are you going to go with?
I think, dedication is the obvious one, and it is my highest.
Yes, you're going to get focused and
Yeah.
try and follow his instructions and hold on.
Well, I could claim focus, observe, because I'm watching what you're doing and
Yeah.
frantically copy.
And if I get it wrong, you know what not to do.
Yes.
Yes,
Good
so-
point.
Oh, you're teaming up. Nice.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm
I'm taking you
liking
under my
it,
wing a
Not
bit,
liking this. You're a bad influence, definitely. You said you hadn't played for ages. I don't believe you. So yeah, you can have observe with that. I'll allow that, and you can use flight on yours. So you both can apply a focus. So it's under your skill is 2 successes, but it is very difficult that. So it's going to be now difficulties go up to 5. This one's going to go up to 3. So you're going to need 3 successes to succeed. Which now you can't add any momentum to your roll, but there is a momentum in the pool. Would you like to spend it and get a 3rd dice?
I think so, yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
yeah.
There's a lot at stake here.
If we crash and die,
Thank you.
it could be a very short session.
Yeah, I'm so embarrassed. So is it dedication and flight combined?
Yes.
Yes,
So add
which
those
comes
two
to
up together.
14.
Yep. So 14 or less is what you're looking for, but if you get under your skill, it's called.
12, 14.
Oh, now that's a 1. So that's really
I
good.
thought that was 1, but it was 7.
So you've got your 7 is a success. So
Yes.
it must be yes.
Yeah.
So
But it's
just
not under your.
It's not under my skill.
So it's just 1.
you say that's a 1. Can you explain the
because
symbol
these
there?
are the Dune dice,
Dune
Dune
dice.
Ulfin Modifius, and so that's a sand one.
Right. Oh,
Yes.
okay.
You can use any
Fair
of
enough,
these,
right.
any dice. Obviously, Modifius does a load of D20 sets. This time
Okay.
it's the Dune one.
So I needed a 14.
So a 1 is good. Whatever you roll, a 1 is always 2 successes.
Oh, brilliant.
So that's brilliant anyway. Then you've got the 12 and the 14.
worryingly well.
So you've got another 2 successes from the 14 and the 12.
Okay.
So it's 4 successes from you, another success from Annie. So that's 5 successes.
We got this.
So
How many eagles are we
needed-
landing in? It's just one.
you could do the unheard of, land an eagle safely. So you got 5 successes. You needed 3, so that adds 2 points into the momentum.
Hey.
Nice.
Well done, pilot.
High five.
So
And assistant.
it's
Yeah.
a shaky flight, but it's a good one. You bring the event with a bit of direction from these guys as to where it's going to take you. You aim towards this ruin. You can see, you use your observe to look at them and find a good landing spot. And you gently bring the eagle down as its retros blast and drop you onto a bit of a sort of stone, what used to be some sort of stone plaza.
Nice.
So the eagle comes to rest. All of you can hear the wind outside buffeting. It's not a middle of a mega sandstorm, but the winds are always picked up a little bit out here. There is a sandstorm in the distance. All you can see from any sort of scanners or windows out there is just stretching sand out for miles in every direction. However, where you've landed, there looks like the sort of top of what was once some sort of pyramid, now almost long buried. You imagine this might have been the size of one of the pyramids of Giza in Egypt, but it's only actually got like the top 30 feet of it still pokes above the sand. This is, there are little spires, remains of walls and towers dotted around the landscape around it. Obviously, very, very long gone. Do you want to do? Who's going to take the lead?
Is it breathable? We in space suits?
Yes. It looks like, and it's not pleasant, but it's breathable. It's Earth
Right.
type.
So we don't need to worry about holes in spacesuits or anything.
Not at the moment.
Right. Got you.
Let's save the fun stuff for later.
Who is
Well,
in charge?
who's
Do
in
we-
charge of this?
I mean-
Yeah. I mean, I get the impression from the picture that you're the oldest of the characters, but that's Bearing in mind I only
starting to
got...
add now, mate.
Oh, okay. No, I only saw the card briefly.
Now, I imagine you're probably the ranking of. I mean, say,
Okay.
Alpha doesn't have
Wow.
quite the same ranks that you'd expect, but you're the pilot, so it probably makes you also
So
mission.
it's my ship.
I would say.
It is your ship.
I called it you.
True.
Now, none of you wanted to play the mission control leader character, who was one of the other two. So we've got the scientist and the mission main mission character. He would have been the unit commander for this one. But that's fine. Somebody's always in charge. You are the one in charge.
Okay.
What should we do?
No pressure.
Yeah, we do.
What are your orders? Yeah.
I think we should go and have a look round. Maybe that pyramid thingy over there.
Okay.
Yeah. Ross, you going to...
Right, you are, sir. Yes, I'm
Yeah.
a
Off you go.
security officer. I want
Yes,
to make sure
it is your duty.
this area is secure.
Yeah.
for Patriots.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, I'm assuming because of standard landing pressure, you're all going to take stun guns with you.
Oh,
Are you going to tool up with anything else? The Eagle, as you imagine, is very well equipped. It's got spacesuits. It's got stun guns. You've all got comlinks. You can all communicate. It's got survival rations, all kinds of bits and pieces in it. Is there anything you would like to bring before you set off?
I'll take my med kit probably as
Yeah.
the doctor, just in case anybody sprains an ankle.
Yeah.
Well, worse or worse, yeah.
I've got pistols and heavy weapons as a focus, so I'm wondering if I should take a stun gun, but I wonder if there's any other
You could take a big laser rifle off the
rocket
ramp.
launcher or something.
That's your go-to, is it? Rocket launcher. We might meet friendly aliens. Okay.
We come in peace, I promise.
What's that? It's my art in a tube. Yeah. Sorry, he's got a good charm. You should be fine. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So can I take a pistol? Is that a separate weapon to a stun gun?
I'm going to. Yeah. So stun guns come under the pistols focus.
Right. Okay.
And anyone can use them. It's just you're particularly good with them.
Brilliant.
Pistols focus. You're also particularly good with heavy weapons. So again, if you all want to tool up with heavy laser rifles, you can do. I mean, it's a great diplomatic party.
you never
But
I mean, it might be worth
you might,
having one,
Yeah. Okay.
just in case.
To protect everybody.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I don't think it would be
alright.
unfeasible if you met some aliens that one person would have a decent weapon.
True. I am.
If all of
literally
us had them, then
the
maybe-
security guard.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
yeah.
Please bring your giant
I am
weapon with
the
you.
protector.
So you're going to grab a heavy laser rifle off the rack.
Lovely.
Okay. No. So and you.
If I, I'm wary of becoming one note, but if I do bring a thermos of tea, does that mean I can use my cup of tea ability in the field?
I would say so. Yes.
Excellent.
That's a field tea operation.
Yes.
Okay. No, that's.
I
fine.
get the feeling that we should probably have some kind of radiation detector. Since this is Space
No,
1999, there's bound to be some
If
radiation.
you would like one, there is
We are here
undoubtedly.
to investigate,
Investigate
the
radiation. We should
so-
probably,
Yeah,
know
no, it's
when
well.
we're-
I love that tea
Might
came
be a plan.
first, but
Yes.
apparently
priorities.
we've
that's
got
right.
weapons, we've got tea. Oh, radiation detector. Oh, why not?
Yeah.
Yeah. So yes, good plan. There's definitely one of those in the evening. You've got one of those.
Cool.
You can detect the radiation.
Hurrah.
Yeah. Now I should say from this, it is such a powerful. This is a space level emission of radiation. As soon as you turn on the detector, it's over there. It's quite straightforward. But to get better readings or relative strengths of it, might be very useful. So you're going to set off out the Eagle altogether, make your way towards the top of this pyramid, presumably.
I wonder if there's a value in splitting us into
No.
two teams.
Never
of-
split.
Never
Never
split.
split.
Party.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. I'm countermanded.
Just went pale.
I bow to the experience of the tea lady.
Yeah,
Would you
I had
like
that
to
one
split?
coming, didn't I?
But yeah, you got your thermos, you'll be fine. So, we set up. God, Koenig never had this. So, well, they probably did. Remember the outcuts.
Yeah.
So, you make your way off this. So, you've landed on this sort of the remains of a plaza. You can see as the wind blows the sand on this level. You can see these old stones underneath that the Eagles land on. Looks pretty solid. It might creak now and again, but it's been there for probably thousands of years. It's probably going to last an eagle sitting on it. And you make your way towards the this sort of top of the pyramid. You can mostly walk on plaza stones and remaining bits. It seems to be there were streets of some form under the sand, so it's not like you're trudging through the sand as you go, but it's still a bit heavy going. The wind is your body's blasting at your face a bit. You are probably wearing some sort of environmental suits just to protect, just like chill things in them to keep you a bit cool because it is very hot. You're hoping the sun is starting to go down, but if you get caught out in it, it's going to be very bad. So can I have from all of you a observe test to see as presumably you get closer as you make your way towards the pyramid? So that's going to be your observe is under security. Yes, so this comes under security, which is generally the catch-all for perception and things, because obviously that's what you're doing in battles as you're looking around for stuff. So this will be security, and I'm just going to say at the moment you could probably it's going to have to be I'm just going to say it's going to be perseverance for the sake of speed and interest, because this is about you trudging through the sand and things as you would. So you're all like trudging along, trying to stay alert.
Yeah.
So you'll all get 2 dice for this one. Difficulty 2 just for the thing. Now, obviously, there's not enough momentum for all of you to have momentum, but I also run these things with momentum. It could anyone who wants to grab it, whoever grabs it first. It saves conversations at the table. Everyone goes, "You had it for that," so I'm having it. There we go. So does anyone? So you all got 2 dice to start with. You all know what your observe and your perseverance, your security and perseverance would add up to. You know you need 2 successes to pass. You've got a focus.
Yeah,
so
I've got a focus, so I don't need the momentum.
So you might want to say, or you might want to say, I'll be better at it. So if I get
Good point.
momentum. So what do you all want to do with that? Does anyone want to, you're all going to be making the roll? Obviously, I assume you're not all going to say, you know, well, I made the roll and I'm not going to tell them what I saw. Okay, so but of course, that is an option.
We don't each need to. We need to.
Oh, no, you each need to be the one to see it.
Yeah.
But if at least one of you gets 2,
Right.
they will probably, and I'm only going to say probably, share with the group what they've learnt.
Right.
They might not.
Okay. My perseverance and security are quite low, so
You're grabbing on. He's going straight in. So
yeah.
got 2, and you've got a 3rd dice.
Thank
for
you.
that.
Well, you made it a point actually about me being more likely to get it because of the observe. So since we only really need one person to succeed, I will take the other one.
Right. So that's another one for you. So you snooze, you lose, basically.
Fair enough.
You get 2 dice each.
My security's not bad.
For a security guard.
For a security guard. What a shock.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to assume I gave you quite a good security for that one. So.
Yeah.
Right. So we just roll. So you know your target numbers, and now you make a roll.
Did you say that was a
Oh dear.
There's a 1. That's right.
A?
Hang on. So I need to get under my
so these are
combined. Sorry.
same or below.
Yes. So I've failed on all 3 counts.
So nothing from you. Utterly oblivious.
No, I failed.
So again, no. Now you've also got a 20.
Oh, did I win?
We'll come back to that. That's not good here.
Oh,
Chris.
dear. I've gone blind.
What have you got? Just
I've got a 3 and a 19, so that's
So,
1 success.
1 success for you.
Well, yeah, 1 success.
So what's it? So not enough to succeed, sadly. No. But no other problems from that.
I've
So
got
on you.
1 normal success, a 1, and my focus. So is that pretty good then?
Well, your focus lets you have anything under 5, and you haven't got anything under 5.
Right,
apart from
okay.
1. So the focus doesn't help you, but you've got 2 successes because a 1 is always 2 successes.
Yeah, so I've got 3.
You've got 3 in total. So there's 1 momentum goes back into the pool. I usually go, when it's a group roll like this, the highest roll defines what the momentum. So otherwise, you all do well, and it's like 20 momentum go back.
Right.
So the highest roll determines what momentum goes back in. That would be
So
you,
what's-
because everyone else screwed up. So it's probably what distracted them is, we'll start with your 20. 20 means a complication has occurred.
Oh, no.
So this is something bad happened to you.
Just
Let
me.
say, yeah, just you. They didn't roll 20, it's just you. So, I mean, it could have a knock-on effect. Though. What this is, in your case, just a simple one, is you're walking on reasonably uneven ground. Your foot goes down on what you thought was a solid bit of ground, and it turns out it isn't. You twist your ankle. You are now
I'm Doctor Who companioning it
now
up.
you can, so you can check it out. It's not broken, but badly sprained. You can still walk on it. It's just a bit painful. So what that means is any time you do something where I judge your sprained ankle might have an effect, the difficulty is going to increase.
Good.
Or I might say, actually, you can't do it at all because you've got a sprained ankle. But that's where we note down complication, sprained ankle. That will last until either you get a proper medical. You could take it back to the Eagle and probably do a proper healing on it, and it would be fine. That would take you time.
Yeah, just hop.
Yeah, you're going to make me suffer, aren't you?
You'll be fine.
Yeah.
Yes, so you're that kind of dog. Oh, walk it off.
It's not broken. Get out of it.
Yeah, having Carter got a whole thing, but you walk it off. Yeah, we've seen where he stands on favouritism here. Yeah, absolute favouritism. So this is what's been distracting everyone, is you go, ow, God, man. You drop slide. You're either because you're thinking, or you can.
I'm dedicated.
Or you can multitask.
Not bothered about what's happening behind me.
He's dealt with. What you do notice is there's sort of a rise of something possibly like a sort of shark fin almost in the sand. Just briefly sort of appears and disappears. But definitely a ripple or sort of some sort of movement between where you are and the pyramid. And you believe it looks like you're going to run out of sort of ruin and street. You're going to have to cross some actual desert. For about, it's only like 100 yards.
Team,
He's got a sprained ankle now.
I think there's something in the sand.
Thank you for sharing that.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
What are we going to do with him? Leave him to die?
That's fine, go on without me. Leave me.
Right.
Well, we do have to consider that we're going to have to cross this stretch of sand to get to the pyramid. Are you going to be able to run if there's a problem?
No, you also have to consider that if something bad happens to me, you guys are stuck on this planet.
Yeah,
True.
he is the pilot.
Yeah.
But then
So-
if we send you back to the ship, then that's not very interesting for you.
Well, to be fair, you can all give piloting a go. So,
I can sit in the co-pilot's chair screaming at you.
yes, don't do that, don't press that button.
Wow.
Are you strong enough to carry him if necessary
you can
as
still-
security guard?
Possibly.
I should say, with the complication, you can still run and do things. It's just going to be harder. So there's a difficulty. That means you might allow him to have the momentum.
That's true.
If it gets anywhere past this side of the table at any point.
So we're thinking we forge on.
I'm going to ask you guys first next time, because there won't be any momentum by the time it's gone past these two clear. But I'll tell you what you're going to. You're the mission leader.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm having so much fun
Responsibility.
ballsing
There's
everything
definitely
up.
something in the sand.
Definitely
I saw it
something in the
moving.
sand. Okay.
Creature.
Yeah, probably.
Heavy laser
Could be
rifle
hostile.
time, or
Yeah.
shoot first, ask questions later.
He's got the laser rifle.
That's true. I can't see it anymore though. It was just a brief undulation.
Now you know what you're looking for. Every now and again you'll see a ripple in the sand.
It's like tremors now.
Yes. Or June.
Yeah.
Gee.
Do we have any sort of life sign scanner type things with us?
Star Trek? No.
Okay.
No. You detect radiation. That's all you brought. Radiation.
Well, okay,
You
well,
wanted to detect radiation. You get to detect radiation.
well.
Okay.
That's your lot.
There's a text some radiation.
Is there any other way
Is there a
round?
radiation from that thing over there? Oh, yeah.
No.
Any way round? Any other way round other than passing this?
Well, I'm open to suggestions.
I don't suppose the Eagle came with one of those little buggies that we use on the actual moon's surface. Could we drive there?
Those are standards, eh? Yes.
I would allow it.
Should we?
Or we go back to the Eagle, take off, and land the other side of the scary
There isn't really a landing. You've landed in the best
Oh,
landing
okay.
position.
That was the only place.
Yeah.
Otherwise, we risk burying it in the sand.
Yeah.
I mean,
Don't
don't
think
us
I
going
would
back
do
for the buggy.
Yeah.
I mean, it might get bogged down in the sand, but it's designed to get. I mean, it's not quite designed to get this level of sand because it. But
That's
you
true.
never know.
Give it a
could work.
go.
Yeah.
And then if it doesn't, well, it's,
We'll know for next time.
yeah, exactly.
Okay.
And at the end of the day, firstly, if you have to leave it behind, not a problem. And secondly, you all get to drive a moon buggy. How is that not fun anyway? So you make your way back to the Eagle, you drop the thing, and you can pile. They're really kind of 2-seat things, but there's like enough for you to pile in.
Crying.
Well,
So-
while we're in the Eagle, I think we should attend to this sprained ankle
It's going
situation.
to take a lot of time.
I was
And
gonna
then
say,
you won't
right.
need the buggy because that's what you got to get back to the.
Okay.
With the moon travelling further away in real
Yeah,
time.
we haven't got time
do we have
for my bones to heal.
time?
Not that long.
No.
But
Yeah.
but
Is there a time
Okay,
consideration?
I'll suck it.
there is a time consideration.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just
Just
suck it.
up.
Be brave. Get on with it.
Because in a matter of hours, it may start feeling the effects of this radiation.
It's true.
I mean,
That's
think
when
we
if you
use the
more can
tea.
just turn the planet.
If
Yeah.
that would help.
Yeah, you've got anything stronger?
Not with me.
Okay, well, never mind.
Known for your famous whiskey tea. That's why you had the perfect cuppa a while ago. Is this what you've been feeding Coney? He's saying, what do you add to this? Well, I like it.
So yeah, moon buggy
Right.
with Ross keeping
Yeah,
with his laser
rifle
rifle
at the
yes.
back.
Okay, so you're in the back of the laser rifle.
Can you drive successfully with one foot?
Driving. They're kind of like tank.
It's
Right.
hand
Choice
hand
things.
Yeah.
operated.
Okay.
There's no
It's
so
not
hands
stashing.
you're right. Yeah.
Okay.
So so you can drive
I
it.
can drive it, yeah.
That. Who's calling shotgun?
Oh, I've got drive as a focus, actually.
Oh, there you go.
They're absolutely the best person for it. Which one of you two is at the front? And which of the other one's squeezing in the back with this one? And when I say the back, remember it's basically the parcel shelf.
Yes.
It's
Do you have any particular skills that mean you're best up front? I don't.
Being you take it this time. I'll sit in the back and
Fine.
keep an eye out.
But for my cultural studies, perhaps I recognise something of this architecture or this creature.
yeah. So you could indeed, if you wanted to do a thing while you're going and set your mind off of whatever the weird sand shark thing is, you could see if you could get some sort of cultural idea of this ancient ruin. You absolutely could.
I'm persevering with my observation.
You're going to be looking at so you're kind of chat and assist in his role, or do you want to both lead separate roles?
No, because I'm looking out for the.
Oh, you're just
The
watching for the
monster.
monster.
Yeah.
Cool. So you're watching the
I'm
monster.
sightseeing.
Because
You're
I'm in back.
sightseeing. Cool. You're keeping an eye out ready with the gun, and you're actually driving.
I'm driving.
Let's see how the driving goes, because that's probably going to be a pretty root skill to tell me how well things go.
Right.
So you get 2 dice as normal. You get drive plus either persevere. You could use compassion because you're driving a lot of other people.
Yeah.
Or just bravery because you're driving across a potentially lethal sand shark infested muddy area.
Yeah, well, my bravery and what was the other one?
It'll have to be your flight.
Flight. Well, so flight is 7. Bravery and flight is 12.
Floor it.
Okay.
Go faster, go faster!
You know what? I think
Yes.
considering the
Yeah, it's
whole
very important.
one of these two
It actually
sand
makes sense to
sharkish
go
you
faster,
thing.
because
Let's
then
go
we're
fast.
less
Yeah.
likely to get bogged down in
Okay,
sand,
so it
aren't we?
was a
Depends you roll a little 20.
it was 12. Yeah, do my other ankle now.
Yeah. Well, no 20s, so that's a win.
Yeah.
Your 7 is your skill lower, isn't it?
7. My flight is 7.
So, yeah, and you've got a drive focus.
Yeah.
So that 7 is worth 2 successes for you. And the 8 is a normal success, and is 14 a success?
Combined was 12.
So not quite. So 3 successes for, oh, so you only need, I should have told you before, you only needed 2 cross, so you get the momentum back. So yeah, the buggy starts powering along. You're making good time. It's not getting bogged down in the sand. If you'd failed outright, it would have like bogged down and jammed or something. If you'd rolled complications, that would have been the buggy itself breaking or throwing a wheel or something. So yeah, you got the cheap buggy that doesn't work. So you've got you two were observing and checking. So yours is probably more important, but you can both roll things while you're
Gosh. That might be vital alien
Might have lost the
information to.
Yeah, I mean, it's culturally significant, I'm sure, but so will being eaten by a shark.
Has just occurred to me that using the buggy might be more likely to attract the monster than us walking, but too late now.
It's also a bit quicker, but
Yeah.
it's
True.
you don't. This isn't quite so Dune like it needs to be walking without rhythm or anything. So,
Right.
Yes. I mean, I need to get my head out of a racket sometimes. But yes.
No, surely not.
Yes.
So, I am not taking the momentum this time. But, so it's security again,
Yes.
isn't it?
Security is the
And I'll
answer.
go with dedication again.
So you're really, you're making your
Really
dice
paying
mission, so-
attention, yeah. Oh no.
Oh, yeah, that's not so good. So that's
So
nothing at all.
13, so that's, nothing at
Yeah,
all.
nothing
That was
at
a
all.
16
So-
and a 17.
So you're sitting back going, I can't see it.
I'm so used to
I can't
high
see
numbers
it.
being good. Right.
It is a gear
No.
change for this one. But, so, cultural significance. We're all eager. Let's see how this goes.
Fine, fine, folks. Can't see anything. It's gone.
Yeah. So I'm going to say
Stand down.
probably science as it's cultural science.
Yeah.
Scale away by the
And
It's still there. But I don't believe it.
dedication, maybe, or mystery. Actually, mystery is probably the most appropriate attitude.
Yeah.
You've never seen this before.
That's only 10 then total.
Oh, is it? What a shame. And, well, you're not much of an anthropologist, turns out. Apparently.
no.
But anyone can roll well, so let's see how that goes.
Let's see.
Oh, well, you got the one, so
Hey.
that's a 2 successes. Yeah, you get a couple of bits and pieces about this, not very much. I'll just give you for 2. Yeah, I should have specified. I'm kind of giving this in a, you've got 2, so I'll give you 2 successes worth, but I'll give you one. There's not a lot of sequels. I will give you a momentum back for one thing. There's not a lot you can say. This is so old. Most of it has been worn smooth by the sand. But you do get a pretty good look because you're focused on it. So, somebody else is looking for the sand shark. This is going to be fine.
It's slum.
So you have focus on. You can see there are sort of some etchings around. You think maybe it looks like some sort of temple. It's to be so probably religious. Or there's what anthropologists always say, is there? Or is there a religious significance?
Yes.
But you think it may be something like a gateway to something. But it also has a look as if it was certainly very important for somebody. This is clearly not, you haven't seen any other pyramids like this poking up the sand. So you think from whatever this was, it was clearly the dominating building.
Right. So we're in the right place.
Pretty much.
Okay.
But what I will give you is, as a sort of bonus, you've got a trait of understand a bit of the writing. Basically, should you look at some stuff later on, if there should be more examples of this, I will give you a bonus because you've already taken time to try and translate and try and get an idea of the language and the style of the culture.
Okay.
That may be no use whatsoever in the future, but you have it.
Oh, it will
It's
be.
kind of a reverse complication.
Are you sharing any of your impressions?
Yeah, what he said. Yes. We're in the right place. This is the main central thing
Good.
of this writing.
Good.
I think I might understand later if I see more of it.
Yeah, so this
Nice.
might be why you missed the sand shark, because he's going on about it. You've seen that bit over there. I'm looking for the shark, actually. No, forget the shark. You've seen it. We're fine for the shark. So, what you have to do all of a sudden here, as you get painfully close to you can see that there is a bit more sort of landing space, and you can stop the buggy on some solid ground. Not enough to put an eagle, but there is sort of a little mini plaza
ledge.
at the front, a little parking space. Parking place, divided up. It's got a little name there and everything. So, and there is one big entrance. It's about 20 feet high. You could see in the distance it's where you've been driving towards. It looks very dark inside, as you may imagine. It's probably very dark inside most pyramids. Not a lot of electric light at that time. So you can't really see what's in it, but you can see it's just grand opening and runes and things all carved around the outside of it. As you get close to things, you see just at the last minute, there is a ripple of sand under the buggy. And this thing, now you have to see if this is going to be very difficult. Like I said, this is difficulty 4.
Oh, no.
As the sand shark basically tries to come underneath and try and tip the whole buggy over. Now, if you can pull this roll off, then you can steer just in the right. When the buggy sort of lands or drops, you can power it onto the rest of the thing. If not, you're going to be tipped sideways. You're going to have to make your way across the sand.
Okay.
So you've still got the same roll as you had before. You've got so it's drive, which is flight, plus your. And I'm going to say bravery can be a thing here.
Well, my bravery is only 5. My improvisation is 8.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm going to be far too kind to you and say, you've never had a sand shark try to come up underneath the buggy, so you're kind of winging it for what the best thing to do is.
I'm going
That's
with my
me
gut.
being insanely kind, but I'll allow it, because otherwise you might all die. Who knows? Now, so you get your 2 dice as per normal. I assume you'd like to spend at least one momentum.
I think one momentum would be handy, yes.
However, now, here's the other thing. You don't have 2 momentum to buy the second dice, but you can give me threat, which is
Oh, yes.
anti-momentum that I can use to hurt you with later.
Why do you keep hurting me?
Oh, yes, you're new to this. I've forgotten.
Yeah.
And so...
It's his reason for being.
All right, it is a bit. You know me too well. So, if you'd like to, you could spend a momentum and give me a point of threat. You could give me 2 points of threat and save the momentum. You could buy 2 more dice and give me 5 points of threat.
Or
Seems a bit too much.
That
I
seems a bit
think
much.
that's gonna
Handbrake turn. You got
handbrake turn. Yeah. All right.
So
So
no threat.
Just
at
go
all,
with the
or-
3.
Does he?
I've got
does
the
he
3.
Need 4
Yeah.
successes.
So you need 4 successes. You've got 3 dice. Now it is possible.
Wow.
You could roll
a 1.
They could all come up to you, and you could get 6 successes, but not so often.
or better if that other.
I think 1 point of threat.
Yeah,
is
let's
fine.
give him the threat and have another dice.
Okay.
please.
So in
But
giving
it's
you
still
threat,
only
I
one
take the
dice
threat.
for 4
That's what
successes.
I'm like.
Okay.
And you spend that.
and that means I get another dice.
Yes, you get a 4th dice.
Right, and it's 7 plus 8, which is 15.
So 15s or less, and if you've got a focus, so anything under your flight, which is 7, is 2 successes.
Okay.
So there's a good chance you are the right person to be in the seat.
Yes.
So you could roll all 20s, and there's a 20.
Oh
Oh, so
no! Sorry.
you've got, but that is only. Oh, it's only 3 successes.
only 3.
Isn't it? Oh no! So this is
And
bad.
none of them are under the skills. So.
This is really bad.
Improvisation plus flight is. No, it was flight, wasn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, that's 15.
Yeah.
So you've got these 3 are all successes.
Yeah.
So 12, 13, 14.
But we needed
all-
4.
But you needed 4. So that one last success. And
also fluffed
for
it with
extra
the
fun, you've got the 20 in there as well. So yeah, bad luck. So this thing comes underneath. You do, to be fair, a valiant attempt to steer against it.
I'd like to see
Like-
someone do better.
It doesn't. Yeah, it doesn't work. The buggy flip. All 4 of you are pitched straight out into the sand, and you hear a horrible clank as basically the big end goes on the buggy. It's got this thing seems to have some sort of claw or serrated edge to its shark fin, and as it goes under the buggy, it almost cuts it in two. You see, it's the buggy's in one piece, but it's like cracked in half as it drops to the ground next to you. All 4 of you are suddenly pitched out. The entrance is within running distance, but you're going to have to make an effort to get there. So you're all going to have to do now. Athletics comes under flight. For instance, your basic dexterity running thing. And I'm going to say it's going to have to be either dedication, bravery, or perseverance would be reasonable attitudes.
Okay.
Can someone help?
And your one difficulty. Now, luckily, it's only a difficulty 1 because you've actually got quite a way across where you needed to go.
That's all right.
Yeah, but with
But-
the ankle,
With your ankle, it's difficulty 2.
Okay.
and we can't help him.
You could potentially assist, but then you wouldn't be making your roll.
Oh, that's a good point.
Okay.
So just leave the mission commander to fend for himself. Or
Apparently.
That will be the decision you'll have to make depending on how well people's rolls go.
Right. I mean, if you make it, you could maybe use your laser rifle.
What, to shoot him and put him just in case? It's the best thing.
I didn't mean that. I didn't mean that.
I wanted the promotion.
Yes. No, I didn't mean
It's a quicker end for him who wants to be eaten by a sand.
What's your compassion score? Ask for that. No. Yeah, I think we can try, can't we? We can just make a run.
Have another option? I mean,
Not really.
do you want to sit on the sand discussing it, or do you want to just
I will make a run, and if I can get there, I will fire my laser rifle and try and distract the creature.
Yeah,
Towards where the rest of us are running to.
Hey, we're all in this together. Shared danger. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Don't tell me you weren't going to get thermostat once you got to the end of this.
So flight and
So yes, flight and
perseverance?
either perseverance will be fine, dedication, will be
bravery.
fine, bravery will be fine.
Right, only 11 or less then for me.
So you've all got
And
2 dice.
We're out of momentum.
You're out of you can always give me threat.
Nah.
Nah, it'd be fine.
Right. Oh, I got 1. I'm
Hey.
good for 1.
Oh, you've done very well.
Hey,
And you've got a 1 as well, so you've done very well.
I'm aiming for 14 or less. 11 and 3.
Hey. Nice.
And the 3, you don't have a focusing
Fine.
running though or anything, do you? But you just needed 2.
Drive, resolve.
I've got 3.
You got 3. Did anyone else get more than 3 successes?
No.
So that you're the highest roll, so that gave you 2. That gives you 2 momentum back.
Nice.
So you got that. So all of you made a success. So you all power across this thing. So that even with your
hobbling along,
you'll
yeah.
just get the go, ow, 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 ow. But you made it. Now I should say with this one, had you failed, I wouldn't have just automatically eaten you, but it would have cost you one of your spirit, which is the other thing they haven't looked at the moment. Spirit is kind of, from D&D terms, just kind of your hit points, but it's a general level of how well you're doing. And if you are what we call defeated in a combat, then you can use spirit to go, I'm okay and I'm going to carry on. It's your ability to push through. But it's also things like, if you remember the episode where they're on the ice planet with Brian Blessed, that's where they'd be taking spirit losses for being out in the cold.
Yeah.
Until if they run out, then you pass out and you're unconscious. So you can use it in a number of different ways. Had you failed this one, you would have been caught by the monster. It would have like sliced at you or something, and you would have taken a spirit loss, or it would be due to you having to push yourself back a little bit harder and actually hurt yourself to get to where you're going. So you would have been instant death.
Because we're all
We're
very athletic
pros.
and brave.
Apparently.
Yeah. So you stagger onto you practically fall. Some of you practically fall onto the stone here. And this thing just briefly spins and rears up out of the sand, and it is very much a sort of like huge, long shark dragon type creature. It's got
Nice.
these weird sort of, it's very fish-like, but also very sharp, rows of teeth. It sort of like glares at. It's clearly got you in its sight. It's clearly hungry, because who wouldn't be? It's a desert planet. There's nothing here. It sees, big meat walking. I want. It powers towards you. But you pick yourselves up and scamper into the dark recesses of this huge open portal in the pyramid, and you hear it smash onto the rock and scream as it breaks a tooth on where you were, and scatter back with this great sort of sort of sound as it buries itself back in the sand. It's clearly going to be waiting for you when you come out.
Great, something to look forward to.
Your moon bug, and you see the remains. You see, it takes another bite out of your moon buggy. Poor moon buggy, I'm feeling sorry for it now. Doesn't seem to like that, because it scatters away. So the last you see is this thing just quietly sinking into the sand. One moon buggy down. Eagle's still intact though.
Yay.
So you get into this pyramid. It's very dark in here, but you have some lights with you. I assume that's a standard bit of equipment. Yes, you don't need to worry about. As part of standards, you won't say, "Oh, did we bring a torch?" Of course, you brought a torch. You look around inside. Inside is this. It's one large room, and inside the middle of it is this large sort of machine. It looks a mixture of sort of stone and metal built, dust everywhere, sand everywhere. There's a thin layer of sand across all the floor where it's and it's very cold and empty in here. It's got that sort of it's got that chill that even in the desert heat you've got, there is a sort of chill of large empty room in there. And you can see sort of above you there is an opening in the pyramid, and you can feel, although your radiation meter is sort of going, you can all feel a sort of hum, a feel of energy and power in this room. What do you want to do?
I think under the circumstances, we should probably give Alpha a ring and just let him know how we're doing, what we've found.
Okay, well,
Maybe?
you fish out your comp box,
Yeah.
and they're just static.
That was the radiation.
Being this close to this thing is, It doesn't mean now they might not be too long gone. Usually, this radiation affects things like milganite and things, but it's not going to do their components any good. And at the moment, it's just too much interference. It's a very powerful beam. It's you can't see the beam, but it's it's a beam of energy that is invisible to the naked eye, but it's definitely there. You can feel it in the room.
Okay. Are there any inscriptions in this room that I might now recognise?
There are, as you ask. There are minor inscriptions over this sort of stone altar structure in the middle. There are quite a few around the outside. It looks like, and I'll just give these to you for free because you've got a trait now. It looks like the ones on the central section may be more to do with like readouts and operation of things, whereas the ones on the outside might be more religious texts or things to determine what this building is about.
Okay.
Obviously, two different, very styles.
Yeah.
Two very different styles.
And can I make anything out on the kind of operational readouts?
So you want to go for that one and start
They
having a look?
feel like they're more useful, given the circumstances.
Yes, how rather than why, that's fine. So you're going to need to make another cultural significance roll, which turned out to be one of the most useful focuses in the end.
Yeah.
So you'll investigate from that. Does anyone want to assist that? You can, and in this case, you can actually all assist the role if you all want to do it. It doesn't have to be only one assistant. It's just a case of it depends how many people you can get round a task. So this is quite a big thing. So you can all look around it and help out your role, or you can do something else while this is going on. But all three of you could assist if you so desire. It doesn't just
I'm happy to assist.
Yeah, can assist.
You've got your clipboard.
I do.
That'll be very useful.
I can take notes if you need it. I'm just, I'm taking the minutes and making the tea. This isn't a great representation, is it?
It's very good tea, though. If that's
It is very good tea. Does anybody want some tea?
It's keeping us going.
Yeah.
Well, I've got a mystery of 4 and a technical of 6. Would that be of any use to?
Well, it depends what you want to do with it.
That's true.
So it's more a case of what sort of things you do. I mean, you can just assist on Jamie's attempt to see what's going on, or you might want to look at the other writings. You might want to, pick that sand shark down as soon as it's head above water. You might look to relevance. You might look out for, look for secret doors. You want to just open fire at something and say, solve this out. I'll just blow it away with my laser rifle. That'll make everything
We have
fun.
got to get back at some point.
Well, I do have an ability. It may not be appropriate, but it said when I attempt a security test to search an area, I can add 1 threat to reduce the difficulty of the test by 1 and halve the amount of time the test takes to attempt. So that indicates I could search the area very quickly, but at the cost of adding a later threat. But it takes half the time, so we're getting some good time saving. So what do we think? Should I rush around? I mean, I'm interested in the science here. I want to keep everyone safe.
Now, I wonder if your search could assist in our thing, possibly. You might find something that, like a Rosetta Stone, almost.
Yeah.
You may discover one in your search.
Everyone must do my role. My role is the important role.
I have an advisor talent, so I allow someone I'm assisting to re-roll.
But only when it's...
Command. We're not doing command. Sorry. Yeah. Fair.
Shame.
Well,
That's
I'll
one of those
tackle with
multi-tasks.
Ross.
Yes. Got
I
it.
don't really have anything else to do. So I'll
Right, so
tackle
they're
with
doing
Ross.
their thing together, and we're gonna.
So you're
Try and
team
translate.
security and you're team cultural significance.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's see how you... Are you going to use your ability for this one, or do you just make a normal roll for... I mean, things look reasonably safe around here, but then they always look reasonably safe.
Yeah. Well, I think for the sake of utilising the character, I think let's use his ability.
You see that? Cool.
Yeah.
So all you need to do is you give me a threat, so my threat pool goes up to 2.
Okie dokie.
And now normally I'd make it a difficulty 1
Right.
to look around because there isn't too much to see here. However, now it becomes difficulty 0. Now that might seem a bit weird, but it's one of the things I specifically love about this game is that doesn't just mean, I just don't need to roll. You can still roll, but this means every success you get is adding to the momentum pool. So that momentum then becomes narratively these are things I noticed while we were looking around. So we can add a bit more some narrative flair to what you have, and you have the potential to add a whole pile of extra momentum. So now you're assisting on this one. So you
Yes.
get your 1 dice, and you get your 2 dice. You can still spend momentum, but again, you may say spending that to get it could all go horribly wrong in your police because if you get just 0, you won't add anything.
Of course. So I'm using security, and
Absolute security.
do I need to pick a second?
Yes, you do.
Can I go? Well, I guess I would make quite a dedicated.
Yeah, you're going to
quite
give it a
sort of-
really focused look.
I'm
So
being
yeah,
quite
you're really
thorough
going to
here.
spend some time. You've actually taken less time, but because you just know what you're looking for.
Sure,
But you're
sure.
still, yeah, you can be dedicated because it's also for the benefit of everyone else. Do you want to buy any more dice with your momentum?
No, I think I will.
You should just see whatever
Do
you
it
get.
straight, yeah,
This
yeah.
is all just whatever we get as a bonus. So you can all roll together. Oh, now have you got a focus? No, you don't have a focus, sadly, in this one. So the 2 and the 5 might have been double successes if you had a focus there. Sadly. But as they are, they're 2 successes,
Okay,
well
still
under
good.
3. And your 7 must be well under your.
Well, I was going to go for security at 5, and I've got improvisation at 8, so I might just sort of start poking around, see if there's any little hidden
Normally, I'd
specials or
say no
something.
to improvisation, but you're not a security officer. So
I'm not
yeah,
security.
you're-
I mean,
know
I've
what
got
you're doing.
I've got mystery at 4, which would still.
That's fine. Yeah,
Still
and that
lower
gets you
than
the
that.
7. So it's a total of 3 successes. The difficulty is 0, so you get 3 memento.
Nice.
Good thinking.
So
We
you've
might
had
have
a
to use
really
that.
good look around, and it hasn't taken you very long. You've had a really good look around here. What you do notice is that there seem to be a series of about 2 or 3 statues in alcoves. There's something odd about them. Is that they don't seem specific. They don't seem specifically part of the wall or built out. They're actually full statues. Each one about 12 feet high, about 4 in total. And they look kind of like suits of armor and this sort of
Uh-oh.
thing.
I feel uncomfortable about this discovery.
I would like to relay all of that to everybody. Yeah, make sure they're
Team
well
cultural
aware.
significance.
Team cultural
Yeah.
significance are aware.
Exactly. Meanwhile, in the inscription checking side of things,
Yes.
you're taking the lead on this, I assume.
Assisting.
So,
Yeah.
so you get your 1 dice for assisting.
Yeah.
You get with your 2 to start off with. And do you want to spend any momentum?
I mean, we're almost at maximum, so we should certainly use some.
Yeah.
How much do you want to use, though?
Oh. Well,
We could use 3 for 2 extra dice.
Oh, now I should say this because normally this would be difficulty 3.
yeah.
And because you've got night, you can apply your bonus thing. It becomes difficulty 2.
Right. Okay. Well, that's good. So I'm using science. My other scores generally not wonderful, so I'm going to definitely need some more dice. I mean, I'm going to have to improvise around my translating skills, I think.
You're
So-
certainly going to spend at least 1 to get
Yeah.
you enough
Yeah.
to your 3rd dice.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
do you want to buy the second one for 2 as well?
I think so, yeah, because it's 12. I've got to get 12 or under.
Yeah, and we're trying to. I mean, the whole purpose of being here is to shut this thing off. So figuring
know what
out
it
how it
says.
works
Yeah.
is like
So
quite
you
important.
spend another 2 to get a 4th dice.
But I still just get 1.
You still just get 1.
But I've got my observe focus.
Yeah, I'll let you apply that.
So what? Do I do science
So
as well?
science for you as well.
And
You
mystery?
can use a different attitude if you like. Mystery is fine. Yeah, because you've
Okay.
never come across this before.
Okay.
Okay. Right.
Oh,
There's a 20.
oh, it's all gone wrong.
Okay. Three successes though for me, and the 20.
And complication.
You didn't get
I
it.
failed to know.
So you just didn't add to that. So
No,
you had
sorry.
nothing new to bring to the party on that one. But you did. You know, the good news is you got the 3 successes you needed.
Yeah.
That's great. So you got one of your momentum back because you needed 2. So
Great.
lovely. But there's a 20.
Oh dear. Sorry.
So we're just going to get a broken ankle.
You make an attempt to press a couple of buttons, thinking, I'm pretty sure this looks like a lever. Let's just check. As you do so, lights sort of light up. It's almost like they're inside the stone itself, like sort of buried deep. But lights will start appearing. All of you feel a sort of hum. There's been this sort of a general low hum going on in the room that you only really notice now because it just shifted up an octave.
What did you do?
And there's a definite feeling of a pulse now moving it. Thing. For your success, you thought, yes, this is generating some sort of, it's some sort of anti invasion space laser type thing. It's a weapon designed, you think, to protect this planet.
Okay.
And it's and as a double bonus, there's something a bit broken about it. That's why it's basically firing off into space. And it probably pulls something out of the planet core, the almost inexhaustible supply of energy. It's really great. You can do with one of these on Alpha.
We're really good. Okay. Just a question, Andy. Just
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember if I'm remembering things. With that one,
Yes.
just that's under a 5, and I had a.
Oh, you had a
focus.
think. No, you're quite right.
Do I get
that,
an extra
is,
thing?
that would be 2 successes instead. So actually, you've
Oh,
got
okay.
another
More momentum.
Another point of momentum.
That makes up for my disastrous 20. There you go. I feel
Does
that's
it
bad
though?
now.
Does it really?
I don't know. Let's find out.
Because it's now there's the glowing lights and it's like pulsing, and you can definitely the hair's now standing up on the back of your neck with this sort of feeling of energy charge. Your radiation meter was going, and it's going. It's like you get the feeling it's going. I really like to impress on you even harder that there's bad radiation, but my dials don't go any further.
Right.
I'd love them to go further because I'd really like to. But it's going. It's like.
I think I should probably turn it off at this point.
Yeah,
May as well. It's just a
almost like,
distraction.
don't turn me off, oh my god! So yeah, you're off. You need to relax. Don't. Okay.
What are the statues doing?
Statues? You kind of feel they might be staring at you.
Thought they might be. Glad you found those.
But,
Can I undo what I've mistakenly done?
can you? Do you even know what you've done?
Well, I know, but if you pull a lever and bad things happen, surely
You just
reverse
Switch
it.
it back off again.
What could go wrong?
Everything.
So I'm saying you're going to try and undo the thing that you don't quite understand what you did, but it's okay. Before today, I'd never read any of this language, but now I'm an expert. This is the
It's not an
thing we are
expert. It's just
going
I'm just
with.
doing a Control Z on it. That's all.
Yeah. The only problem is you have no idea which buttons are Control or Z.
But the only difference between technical people and non-technical people is that technical people are prepared to just press buttons until the thing
This
works.
is sadly very true.
Go
So
for
yeah,
it.
you are welcome to try. I'm going to say though, difficulty 4, so it's even difficulty 3, even with your bonus.
Right.
And it's much the same roll as before. Would anyone like to assist him? Given that you're going, can anyone?
No one wants to help me. Okay, thanks.
We're keeping out of those.
No, right,
I mean, I could give it a go, but it didn't help much last time.
No. Okay.
okay, so you've got your 1 dice.
We can use more momentum.
You've got your
again.
2 dice.
I think I have to use at least one.
I mean, I can do a bit of improvisation.
One, that
but-
gets you a 3rd dice.
Okay.
You could spend another 2 and get the 4th dice. That one that rolled you the 20 last time.
I feel like we're going to need these in a minute with other things. Now let's see what happens. Right. So I need.
What can go wrong?
Yeah. So 12 or under for me.
I'm going to use dedication this time.
Yes.
Oh, good stuff. And
Hey!
you now, as long as you got at least 1 success, your success counts, which has happened. So you've got, and your 2 is a double success, I believe, for you, isn't it?
Yes, it is for my control stays.
So that's 4, 5 for you. You needed 3. That's 2 momentum back.
Hooray!
The thing you're starting to get the hang of this thing a bit
Yes,
more.
I am, Andy. You're right.
And the lights start. They go back to a nice glow. They don't stop. You're not quite sure exactly what you did, but you kind of undid something. The humming seems to calm down to what it was before, but you seem to have you sort of activated the controls. There's a gentle glow of things backwards and forwards, but it's not quite as flickery as it was before.
Okay.
Meanwhile,
Now what?
I feel like I should leave it alone now.
What? Stop touching things.
What should we do now?
Step away from the leap.
Can I have a cup of tea? Yeah.
Wow. We're still a bit worried about these statues.
you think
Yeah.
one of them might have just moved.
Of course.
All right.
I mean, it's
Ross,
probably just
go and check that out.
probably just a trick of the light or something. Because I mean,
What? They're just statues.
I'd perhaps like to take a closer look.
you want to get closer to the statue.
I mean, there is a part of my brain that's thinking, you know what, this would be a good drawing, that one up. But
It would actually, yeah.
sketching
would appreciate
so I'm
the-
kind of mentally taking pictures for later.
artistry.
But right now I'm thinking, I'm studying for that reason. But
Yeah, I love so. As the security specialist, art is obviously forefront in your mind. at
yes,
this-
well, it's just in the back of my mind.
Yeah.
I see this one move and I'm thinking, okay, is there something mechanical about this? Is it alive? Have you reactivated something in
It wasn't me. I undid what I did, mostly.
Did you really?
Mostly.
It's adorable. You think that? But we'll carry on.
whatever it was, you've turned it off and back on again.
Yes. Power cycle, this
Yes.
ancient
I'll take a closer
technology.
look. Can I sort of investigate
Well,
this?
I'm just going to get because you're sort of investigating. You think, and I won't make you roll for this one. Is that you think that the one you look at, you can see, like as you've noticed, there's quite bright lights under is in part of the stone. You think there's a definite glow to this statue. One of the reasons you've noticed them is not because, I mean, they're quite large, so it's not like you didn't see them at all in the first place. So they stand out now because all of the shape and the stone of it now has sort of taken on a slight glow underneath, like it's got some sort of power right inside the stone.
Whatever you cultural people have done, statues are now glowing. So
Great.
We're getting
What does it
all
mean?
Whatever it is we're doing.
I don't know. Can I charm the statues?
You can always try.
I feel like that might be a waste of
Well,
time
yeah.
here.
Oh no, it'll be funny.
Maybe save that till
Shall I shoot
later.
Wow.
I mean, what do we think the
How
likely
long has it
outcomes here?
taken us to get to
My-
violence?
My gut
Fire
feeling
comes
is
next.
my gut feeling is these are going to if we turn off the thing or destroy the machine, they're going to somehow come to life and defend it or attack us.
On the other hand, we shouldn't provoke them unnecessarily.
I mean, what's the etiquette of dealing with moving statues?
We could bring them offerings of
I
tea.
don't think that's in the book. When one is dinner partying with statues, remember that the soup spoon goes on the left instead of the right.
Perhaps these statues would like a cup of boiling hot water.
Can we move these statues?
You can attempt to pick up the large stone 12-foot statue if you like.
or push
What with my ankle?
This way you go, we should move them. Jamie, can you move the statue?
I've had a great idea.
Have we
Someone else
touched
can do
them yet?
I
Not specifically put your hands on them.
Just
Would you
reach
like to?
I'm going to be brave.
You're going to touch
Because
the
I'm brave.
statue?
I'm going to reach out and just see. If I touch it, what happens?
Can you make me a roll of, I'm going to say in this case, weirdly, command and mystery?
Oh, okay.
Interesting combo.
Right. Okay. We're looking for an 11 here.
We've got plenty of momentum.
I'm gonna because we don't know what's gonna happen here.
Yeah.
I'm going to spend one if that's okay.
Okay, so you get a third dice. Lovely. And if you want to buy a fourth dice, that will be another 2 momentum, so there is that in the pool.
You'll get an under 11. Is only one required, is it?
Just difficulty 1.
Okay.
Yay.
We've got a 2,
Oh, very
4,
good.
and a 10.
And you don't have a focus to apply, but that's still 3 successes, so you needed 1, so you get, the pool gets up to max.
Amazing.
Amazing.
Wow.
This could come in handy, I
Now-
suspect.
You get this, it's almost like you get a little bit of a mini download of, you get this sort of impression of this city as a sort of lush oasis. And you just get this image in your head of this vast pyramid, and you realize now just how vast this pyramid is, and a bustling city below with, you can see what the eagle, where you've landed, the eagle was actually the top of a very high building. It was like the roof of the building you've landed on, and people moving around, but you can see this, there seems to be a feeling of threat, as if they're worried that something is going to come and get them. Now, you don't really get a particular feeling for what that might be, whether it's a feeling of paranoia for alien activity or that maybe the sand sharks or something do. Maybe there's something that came along later. It's difficult to tell. But there's a feeling of fragility to this place. Like, we have a wonderful oasis and it's peaceful, but somebody else is going to take this from us. So you also get this, and again, these are mostly impressions and things rather than seeing this whole storybook unfold in front of you. But you also see people creating this big altar device that he's messing around with. And you see it blasting this sort of great column of energy up into space, as if it's going to, defend them from stuff. But this is hundreds of thousands of years ago. You have no. Did it defend them once? Who knows? Is it likely to do so again? Possibly. At the moment, it doesn't give you any ability to sort of, I now know all their language and things, but you get this vision of what they are. You also get this definite feeling over, as this vision fades away, it's almost like it's being shown to you to say, this is what we are trying to protect. This is why it's so important. So you should know we are serious about this. Is then you have this great feeling of threat from the statue that you've got your hand on. You sort of feel not that it's angry, but it's ready to crush you if you interfere with anything. It's like it's sort of telling you, we are the defenders of this place, and now you know the stakes of what we now think we're defending. Just to give you underline how serious we are about what we're ready to do to you to stop you playing around with it.
Okay, I'm going to summarise all of those impressions. I'm going to articulate that, and by saying, I've just touched this statue, yeah, and I think that there's definitely something off here, and I think this could be some kind of defense mechanism for a potentially long gone civilization that was once flourishing here. So I think we should tread carefully and respectfully.
I mean, having said that, that's all well and good, but we've got to switch it off.
Yeah.
Otherwise, everyone's going to die.
Yes.
At which point you will definitely notice all of the statues move. There's 4 of them in total. Now they don't move and they don't move in the same way. One of them might move its hand, one of them might move its leg, one of them might shuffle forward, but they all, almost as one, sort of go kfunk a little bit.
Are they armed?
They aren't.
They need to be?
2 large, powerful stone fists.
Okay,
Quite likely.
so it could be worse.
No apparent guns, but
Oh, that's lucky.
Wow.
and you will notice, you just on your own because you're paying attention to this, you notice the glow inside them has got brighter.
I think we've awakened something here, and
I think you're right.
I think it might get a bit nasty.
You're very observant.
You think just now, after he was like
Well-
playing the piano on this thing 5 minutes ago.
But, I mean, can we reason with them? It doesn't seem likely.
Can we shut the door on them? Is there any way to seal them off?
Well, but
What, so we
as you
can
said,
blow up the altar?
I should say,
So they can't hurt us.
the last door you opened was the one on the Eagle.
Ah,
So
Yeah, there's no doors.
there's not a lot of doors
Yeah.
around.
no.
I mean, as commander, you definitely need to come up with some definitive action here.
yeah.
And I think we're running out of time.
I think so, yes. Yes.
Can we jump on the backs of the statues and ride them to safety?
Well, I mean, you could try.
What, jump on them and then whisper in their ears, right? Off we go.
Take me to safety.
Well, no, I'm thinking after we've switched it off.
Oh, I see.
Probably by destructive means. I'd love the idea of riding the statues to safety across the thing, across the sand. Anyway, let's think about that in a minute.
It's a lovely
suggestion.
idea.
Commander.
I mean, I get the impression that if we try and blow up the altar, there will be repercussions, but we've still got to find some way of switching it off.
I think we should get Ross to touch them again. And have Ross explain to them our situation.
Oh, that's
In that we are a people,
Yeah.
and we are at risk,
was
and we
gonna
don't
say,
want to hurt
because
anybody. But if you just shut down for a little bit, let us go past, and then you can switch back on again in a week or so's time.
Because if they're giving you impressions, can you give them impressions
back.
back?
Okay, I'm going to focus my mind here.
I'm just very glad you put that statement in context because.
Oh, yeah.
So can we just get Ross to touch them again?
You know what he's like.
Ancient civilization Me Too thing going on.
Yeah, I think you got one of the shorts from this one. And so you've been volunteered to try and make contact with the statues.
Okay.
So this thing now clearly animate but not moving very quickly at all. They are sort of, it's like they're kind of waking up from 10,000 years of dormancy. They're a bit stiff. So you're just going to put a hand on it and go, I'm thinking about stuff.
I'm going to help you because I've got compassion and command stuff where I can charm them as well. So I'm going to touch the same one as you.
Yeah.
You're going to sort of like hold hand and put your hand on it and try and...
I'm going to propose etiquette again.
No!
I'll just do.
You're just trying to establish... If you'd got communication, then maybe.
Whilst I'm
But-
touching the statue, I'm thinking, I'm in my mind's eye, all of the pictures I've painted, the art that I've seen. I'm trying to get across to them. that we
Cultural
are-
significance
that
of our
that
civilization.
We are
Yes.
civilized. We have history. We have culture.
We're not.
Yeah.
We're
No
not.
harm.
We need
Just
no harm,
try to go
yes.
past. We're just,
Trying to survive,
Yeah.
we're just trying to get on with our lives here.
preserve our legacy.
I don't
Okay.
really have anything to contribute in this situation, except great ideas.
Well, there might be a shortage of those, so keep them coming. Yeah, I mean, as I say, and it's a thing, not everyone has to do everything in these games, so, you know, play to your strengths. So,
I mean, I'm a party animal, but I don't think there's going to be much help here.
save us, we've got party stuff. Yeah.
Here's a memory of me getting really drunk one time. Yeah.
Which shows we've got to shut
Yeah,
this
not
civilization
helping. Not helping.
We've got to get this. Yes, do you really want these things? I'm going to basically show you all my Facebook photos, and that's really going to save humanity. You know?
Representation of
representation,
human civilization.
So-
Perhaps not.
So you're focusing, and so you were going to join him. You can all get your hands around this thing if you if you really so desire. It's quite large, but
There's 4 statues. There's 4 of us.
or you're going to try your own statue.
I think
Or the
possibly
same
just
statue.
And I'm gonna.
assisting on
I'm
one.
gonna think. Yeah, let's just focus in on one. I think.
Yeah,
Okay.
we've got 6 momentum,
Yeah.
so that's 3 extra dice if we want them.
Okay, so you're definitely
Feels
taking the
quite
lead on
important.
this.
I'm happy
Do
to,
it.
but I'm
Yeah.
happy
You're
to.
assisting.
Yeah.
Are you
We've
going
already established the connection.
Yes.
Okay.
You're
So
the
you're gonna
artist.
assist-
Yeah.
I think you're the best representation of the worth of our civilization here.
Cool. So no pressure. So are you going to assist as well?
Yeah, go on.
Okay, so you each get 1 dice. You've got your 2 dice.
I might take
How much? Now you could add another 3 dice if you wanted to spend all the
Let's go
momentum.
to it.
You're going to go
This
wild.
feels like a
So-
big moment.
All the momentum. So you've got a full dice pool of 5.
Great.
I mean, I can use 5 dice. So
What are we doing?
I'm going to
Science?
say this
Technical?
would be. I'm going to say
Mental?
command.
Okay.
Because you're trying to
Sorry.
communicate. And in this case, really, it's what do you want to shape for humanity? Do you want as your attitude? Are you going to say, you know, you're brave souls, you're compassionate souls, you're dedicated, you're explorers of mystery. What do you think is the best trait for humanity that you want to
I think mystery. You know, we've been thrust into this, into space.
and say we're explorers? That's what we're
Yeah.
trying to do.
It's not our fault that we've been blown out of Earth's orbit, but
Yeah.
we're here now, and we're going to stick to our
And we want to learn.
yes.
And we might be the last surviving members of the
you don't know
human race,
what's-
and we don't know. So that's another mystery.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, yes, that's a good point. You know, we may be the last of our kind, so we need to say
Please don't kill us.
what we have.
So mystery and command.
All right. So, Mr. and Command. So it gives you a total of.
11.
I'm going to let you use your art as a focus
Ooh.
because I've given you etiquette far too
But
many
yeah,
times.
this is what a lot
So,
of
any
role-playing comes
seems
down
fair.
to. Please don't kill us.
So I'll let you have the art there. So each of you two, you roll your bonus dice.
Yep.
However, I am going to say, because this is an ancient thing, I'm going to just make this difficulty 5. Actually, I would be difficulty 4, but I'm going to spend one of my threat and make it difficulty 5. Actually, I think spend 2 threat for that. It has to make, so it makes it difficulty 5. So between you need 5 successes
Okay.
to communicate this.
And what do we need?
Humanity is worthwhile.
11
With-
is what I'm.
Well, I mean, we're doing command and mystery. Is that right?
Yeah, I think you would need to match up on this one. So command and miss.
So I need under 9 in that case.
Okay.
Okay.
That would only get me 8, so there's no point.
Hey.
So you've got not nine. So you got 1 success. Now you've got your art thing. So anything 6 or less is a double success, but there aren't. any sixes.
That is an 11.
So that's that. And you need let's see. So there's third 11.
Okay.
So the 13 and 16 don't do it.
So we've got 4.
You got 4 out of the 5 you needed.
This was a command roll.
Yeah.
Can I assist? I'm assisting an ally using command.
You re-roll.
Re-roll.
So you can re-roll one of your d20s. So it's all on this one. 11 or less.
Here we go.
Is it too late for me to chip in?
It kind of is now because
Yeah.
you can't.
I'm not.
Go, oh,
my command and perseverance was 10.
You just sat there, rub your ankle.
Good
Yeah.
your thing. So, not quite. But you still got 4 successes. And as I'm a kind and gentle GM, you get
Today I wrote.
happened in the past. You're alive, aren't you? So what you think you kind of get through to, you make a connection, but you can't quite convince them that they should step away from protecting their own new society in favour of yours. So you think what you might have done is kind of bought you some time. They're not like, you are intruders. Originally you got the feeling of, you are intruders, we must just get rid of any other aliens who interfere with our space and our culture and they must be destroyed. You get kind of benefit of the doubt. Now that might give you enough time to try and shut this thing down. It might not, depends how well you do, but you bought time with that. I will give you that from it. But you've now got an empty momentum pool and 4 moderately angry guardians that are a little bit calmer than they were.
It's going well.
Turns.
What do you want to do?
Sack Ross.
Harsh.
P45.
Because now is the time for human resources
Yes.
to step in,
Yes.
obviously. It's time for your monthly assessment.
Wow.
It's like,
Is there any way we could reprogram these robots from the console that you were messing around with earlier?
Didn't go brilliantly early.
No, but
as you've not done well in the can we make a connection and tell them we're friends?
Yeah.
Now reprogramming them might be quite tricky.
it might.
Yeah, I think that might be a bit of a reach.
I'm not saying you can't.
Wow.
It's just-
You still got that thermos.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Give them some tea.
This will be the same as humanity. This tea thing, it's really lovely. Yes, humanity can survive.
Yeah.
Is there anything about the altar now it's lit up that we can see that might be an obvious power source? Or
So you could make an attempt. Well, you haven't tried yet. Is just an attempt to shut it down.
I thought that's what I was doing my lever.
Well, you were trying to figure out stuff about it,
Oh.
and going, what do I know about it? But not going specifically, I'll shut this down. Or,
I think we should shut this thing down.
so you're just going to make a run for it, just try and pull a few and get this thing to turn off.
Yeah.
Is it
That
worth
seems like the best.
checking my radiation detector again just to see if
Formerly good radiation.
Yes.
Don't ask
Might
me
be a bit
about
less
that.
radiation.
It is the radiation has since you brought it back to a level. It's now at the maximum rather than trying to force itself down.
That's good. That's good.
It's still having a really bad day.
Yeah, well, we all are.
Radiation, there's no one listening to me. So, not been into it. Inanimate objects take all personality. So, you want to try and shut this thing down?
I think we have to, then.
Are you going to try and assist? Because you're like being the dream team now for this.
I mean, really? Sure.
You've got a clipboard. What could go wrong? It's like
Pour
purest
tea into the
vibe.
console and fry it.
It doesn't
you
seem very mechanical, electrical. rather.
Until you try.
Well, maybe.
Well, maybe we'll need the tea later.
Fire a laser rifle into it.
And that's
I'm
what
not- I'm not sure that's going to
Last
hold
resort,
off
that one,
the
isn't it?
statues,
Yeah.
really. I thought blasting it with a
back
laser
here.
rifle
Yeah.
might be a bridge too far.
Although
Yes.
they could use the laser rifle to create a cave in along the.
We could,
robots.
yes. Okay. I think we should last resort that.
That's
but
the last resort. Yeah.
happy to,
Yeah.
Let's go as your in vote.
Yes.
Yes. Yes. We don't want very else.
Well, it's a small sacrifice. Leave Ross in there and do it. Yeah. Anyway, let's try.
Glad this one is usually.
I run outside and collapse it in on everybody else. Ha!
No, Commander, none of them made it back. I flew the eagle on my. No, nothing to report. So, are you two going to also join in the attempt to shut it down, or do you want to try and watch the
Wow.
statue?
I've got a technical of 6.
It's a 25% chance. Or
Yeah.
Another 25% chance.
I've got a dedication of 7, improvisation of 8, perseverance of 6, bravery of 5.
Just listing everything.
it's gonna be a-
listing everything.
It's going to be a technical roll.
Technical, definitely.
and you can try.
Okay, that's one of my decent ones.
So technical and perseverance.
Yeah,
You've got to keep going.
You're going to join in. That's the
Yeah.
important thing you do, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're going to join in. You're going to join in. Are you going to join in? Or are you going to keep an eye on the?
I'm going to have my weapon ready and keep an eye on the statues in case
gonna
this
cut.
all goes pear-shaped.
Okay. This is on James' roll. You're trying to shut this thing down, and it's going to be. I'm going to say it's at least. I could say difficulty 3 because that's with including your bonuses because you've had quite a good look at this thing. You still don't quite understand it, but you're only
don't.
trying to shut it down. You're not trying to reprogram it.
And we've got
So-
0 momentum.
Yeah.
Can I buy a momentum with a
You
threat?
can buy it through. You can always buy them there.
Okay, so I feel like we should probably do that.
Yeah.
Lovely. So you've got a
So
third dice.
in, out.
It says I do not suffer a usual one-step increase in difficulty for attempting any task while wearing a spacesuit. And I'm wearing a spacesuit.
You might not actually be. What that means is normally when you wear a spacesuit, all your tasks become one difficulty on higher because you're thick gloves and you can't see very well. You're so used to wearing a spacesuit, you don't suffer that. So it doesn't mean
not actually
if you take a
wearing
spacesuit off,
spacesuits.
you always get a bonus.
Well, I was because I'm the pilot.
Okay.
Yeah, because they often wear spacesuits when they're. You can have a if you'd like to be wearing a spacesuit.
I'm wearing a spacesuit.
Wearing-
Yeah.
You can do that. That's fine. But
Cool.
it just means it's not a problem for you.
Okay.
And if everything goes wrong, I can put my helmet on.
Yeah, that. Then at least you put the visor down and maybe not see what's coming to
Yes.
you. Yeah,
Yes.
For some reason, I'm wearing grey wellies.
Yeah.
Probably good for the sand.
Yeah.
Oh, very good for the sand. So
Okay.
you get 1 dice and you get 1 dice for assisting, so you only get the 1. You're doing
Three.
your-
Can I,
your
am I going, can I go bravery and science for this one? Because it's a
I
bit of
think
a
bravery sounds fair. You're trying bravery or compassion because you're doing.
I could go compassion, can't
You're
I?
doing this for the benefit not only your team, but for
Okay.
Alpha. It's
Compassion and
compassion
science.
used when you're doing something for other people.
Good. Okay, well then I've got to get 14 or under.
Go for it. 14, 3 successes. That's another success.
I've got to be
It's your
12 or
fourth.
under.
And that's your 5th success. So
Oh, and
you
I
need-
get, and I have a focus on goal, so another.
But that,
Oh, no, that's only there, no.
But you needed 3. You got 5. You get 2 momentum.
Brilliant.
You start playing with this thing. The lights begin to fade. Your radiation meter does. Good. Starts
Hey.
to drop.
Results.
The statues start to move, like very definitely move now. They're now moving towards you, not massively quickly, but they're like, "Hang on a minute, what are you doing?" They sort of start
Danny
stepping
Dyer
forward.
statues.
Oh yeah.
Strategic retreat.
So you're going to make a run for it? Or do you want to do anything else? I mean, you could try and blast things.
We were going to
I
ride these statues,
think
weren't we?
everyone run for it. I'll be the last out and I'll fire at the ceiling and try and do the whole case.
Ceiling rather than the altar or any of the statues.
Oh, not just.
It doesn't look like the statues will try and turn it back on again or anything, but
I think maybe for good measure, I'll
Just blow up everything.
yeah. Let's
just gonna open
we're gonna,
fire
Yeah,
on
let's
it.
just,
Save
I'm
them
like,
some.
okay, right. We've had to. We tried to convince them. We tried diplomacy. Time for destruction.
basically, I've got a laser and I want to use
Yes.
it. Right. Let's call it what it is.
Security man. I'm good with
So
that.
you will make a run.
And it'll make a great painting later on when I get back to Alpha.
This really dynamically blasting all that thing. Well, this is clearly on the this episode's thing where it goes you
Yes. Yeah.
blasting away. So you are. I mean, you don't. Really, what we will do is, can you do me a roll on security plus? Probably improvisation in this case.
Okay.
And just to see how well you kind of open, how effectively you're. It's not like you're going to miss. Do you want to spend any momentum?
What do we think, gang?
Because you got
It'd be nice to succeed on this bit.
Yeah, I'll spend one.
This is kind of how well you do. So it's not really a pass or fail so much as how well do you do, really.
Okay.
How effectively do you blast things?
So we've got an improvisation
And you do have a pistol specialty as well. So focus. So anything under 7 is a double success.
Brilliant. But in total, we're looking for a 14.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Okay, so that's 2 5. So that's the 16 is.
So that's 4 successes because your 2
Nice.
fights are both under your 7. So forces. So yeah, you will very effectively start blasting away. Bits, chunks of the ceiling are coming up. One of the statues turns specifically towards you when you start opening fire, but a very carefully placed shot blows its stone head clean off. It's still moving towards you, but it staggers as it comes up. You lot don't see any of this. You hit the sand running, realizing that sand shark could be coming after you at any moment. Let's see how well you run. Remembering at this point, you realize, ow, my leg!
Yeah.
But that's something to do. So can you all you'll do this as well because you're all running. You all need to do difficulty 2, security plus either perseverance or bravery, because there's possibly a sand shark out here.
Okay.
Who knows? You don't know if it's out there. See how well you do.
Security and bravery.
Oh no!
Oh yes, very bad.
Oh yes.
You really are playing to top because this is the falls over with the
Oh no, really?
isn't it?
I have face planted.
2,
So 2 successes from you.
1 success from me.
One success.
I have 0 successes and 20.
And a complicated. So you twisted your ankle in some way.
Welcome to the club.
On message from the 1970s. We go, you face plant. Lots of fun.
And it's both the women who've fallen over and twisted their ankles.
Oh dear.
And then don't care.
I spilled my tea.
Yeah. Oh, that's the worst. So you've got across, but when you turn around, you two. Now I'm going to say, you two, as this, the sand shark's on. It's like he's coming after you all. You two failed, so you lose a spirit each. That's not too much of a worry for this one because you've got plenty. You haven't taken too much, but you have to do that extra push to get there. You all turn round, and poor Penny is like picking herself up and holding her leg and trying to stagger away across. As you can all see a sand shark in the distance coming straight for her. What do you all want to do?
No man left behind.
Yeah.
So-
Oh, fair enough. I wasn't going to go there, but I'm checking.
We're going to go. It's all right. It's a woman.
No, that's much words on my mouth, Andy.
Yeah. So, what you could try opening fire and thing. You're going to try and make another staggering. You're going to just basically try and make the same roll again.
Okay.
But it's going to be now. It would be difficulty 2, but you've now got a complication. Difficulty 3 for you. Grab that momentum while you can.
Yeah.
Can we assist?
But it could all be for nothing if you can't shoot the sand
Can I assist by shooting it and
Yeah, basically.
distracting?
I mean, what you could do is you could do an actual roll to try and defeat it.
Okay.
Because its kind of its thing it's trying to do is attack you. If you can defeat it by making a successful attack, it may not be able to have spirit to undefeat itself. You two could assist his roll by laying down extra fire with your stun guns.
Let's do that then.
So you just all be open fire, and it all turns into whether you can get yourself there.
Sorry, I've taken the momentum. We can get more with prep.
But you'll be very good at this because your security plus, I'm going to say compassion. You should all be using compassion because you're doing this for
Yeah.
Okay.
Penny. And
Looking for an 11 then.
take 11 for you. And also if you're under 7, you've got heavy weapons and pistols. So,
Lovely. Okie doke.
so you are blasting away with it. Give me your roll.
Oh, that's a
So you've got 3 successes on that one.
success.
And so you got the
So
2.
close, I got 19. So that was,
But you
yeah.
just got. Oh yes, you 2, but it's not quite there. So
I needed 9, and I've got. Is that a 9 or a 6?
that's 6 of the dot tells you
6. Oh, okay, so I've got 4 and a 6.
So we should have been just 1, but they're both.
Oh, sorry.
They're both actually under what you needed. So you got a success there. You got a success.
Hey!
It's like Oprah. You got a success. You got a success. You got a success.
And I'm going to live.
And just because they make that gives you the extra. Your open blast this thing. You basically defeated it, which means in this case now you could potentially spend spirit to really come at you again. But defeat means you either drove it off or you achieve what you were trying to achieve in the combat, which in this case is just to get the thing to back off. It's enough that you can help Penny over. You don't quite make it. If they hadn't driven it off, it probably would have eaten you. Thankfully, it didn't. You lose another spirit because you didn't quite. So you lose a spirit because you didn't quite make the roll, but you do get to where you're going, and you're hobbling your way back to the Eagle. Once you're at the Eagle, you can jump into the bike. Lucky you are, despite the fact you're probably safe from the sand shark now on all the top of what was once a building there. You're still like, let's get off there. Let's get out of this planet. You can't take off an Eagle without leaping into the cockpit, but then strapping yourselves in quickly. You do so. You take the Eagle off, and after a quick flight through the various dust clouds, you just gun the engine and blast your way home, you are very glad to see the grey dark sphere of the moon coming back into close. Few scans that you make on the way back seems that you have, at least for the moment, shut this energy source down. Who knows if it might come back another day, but your moon hopefully will be long past it at this point. And yet again, you can return to the base with another story to tell and a successful mission that you can maybe gloss over some of the finer points depending on how
Go team.
Well, once again, Alpha is saved.
And Ross has a cracking painting to start working on.
You have an amazing painting
Lots
of
of
this
inspiration.
ancient civilization that was long lost, and the strange statues that we're going to have for you later on.
Amazing.
Brilliant.
That was everyone. That was cool. Okay. Does that make sense to everyone?
Yeah.
Dice order system making sense.
That was very enjoyable.
And now we know why your plants were blue.
Yes, and I can now eat them safely. That's great, fantastic. I really enjoyed that. I mean, so I don't quite feel like I could play your role because your role is so key. So before today, how much of that story is stuff that you had completely pre-planned? How much flexibility do you bring to it on the day as games master?
Half of it.
Okay.
It depends. Every GM has got their own style of doing this. So some people will plan everything out. They'll have written out. There'll be maps of the temple in this case. They have a whole spiel for how you get there. What they write down what the roles should be. They'll have statistics for all of the statues and have a very defined idea of what possibilities that you would have. I kind of go, yeah, there's going to be a temple and there's stuff. I'll write out a minute. It'll be all right.
But you've always got to have some flexibility because the players are always going to come up with stuff that you haven't thought of.
I mean, were you expecting someone to touch the statue?
No. I mean, say that was a really nice. So that was all coming back, and that again comes from you. This is what is so much fun with these. It's always, as the GM, you're reacting to what you do and going, that's a cool idea. Or if you come up with, oh, maybe if we dig down and do this, and I thought, I hadn't thought of that, but it's a good idea. So yeah, I will make the machine respond to that because that would be fun. You know, I hadn't thought for a minute what carvings might be until you started becoming an anthropologist. So it's like, okay, well that's cool. I'll give you something that you made a success. Let's see where the story takes you.
Yeah.
So it depends. You know, I'm a very lazy GM, and luckily, after doing this for a very long time, I've got the experience to sort of flow through and have a quite a high improvisation role for these. But every GM does it slightly differently, and of course, this is what we've got in the core book. We've got an adventure ready to go. So because that is so vital for someone who's new to this. How do I do this? A lot of time because. You just remember you're all doing this as a group. So even though it feels like it's a very lonely position sometimes to the GM, you're doing this as a group to have fun together. So the players can help you out. The players can say, I'd like to roll this. Can I do this? Would this work if I did this? And all of these are adding to the story and make my job so much easier.
Yeah.
And it doesn't have to be a massive amount of work because it's actually better as the game master if you don't over prepare, because if you over prepare and then the players do something unexpected, you tend to think, oh, now what? Whereas if you've just got a basic framework, it's much easier to kind of move around with it and come up with stuff on the fly.
Yeah. Well, I think I came into it thinking we were going to be kind of almost constrained by the narrative that you were bringing, whereas actually it was a very two-way thing. Well, I mean, as you say, it's a group narrative.
Telling a fun
Build.
story, and also by the way you play your characters tells me what you want to do. So you've got a doctor and you hooked into your cultural thing. So going, all right, well let's do stuff with that because that's how you want to play this character. That's the thing you've hooked into as you want to do. Yeah. So I then can make the scenario give you opportunities for that. So how can we use that? Well, let's put more ancient ruins and things. Let's do a thing. So you're always reacting to how you want to play the game as well, and that's all perfectly valid. So you have a much more fun story as well.
I definitely found myself visualizing it in the Space 1999 style.
Yeah.
I could really sort of,
With the odd advert break point and dramatic music sting, yes.
we did have a few
fell moments in
It
there.
felt like an episode, actually. Yeah. It's like, that felt like the third act when we were all running for it and getting back to the eagle, and it's all very quickly wrapped up.
And the ankle twist, and the
You've
usual.
got you reaching towards the statue, and then the advert break comes on.
And we didn't have to resort to violence to
Well, I
solve the problem.
I feel we were going more season 1 than season 2. I mean, that's the next thing. Which you do go, yes, just touching the statue felt a very season 1 kind of thing to do.
Yeah, that was really philosophical. So, I mean, just individually then, how did you find it, Chris? What are your reflections of it?
No,
Did you
that was
expect
good.
it?
That was fun. Yeah, very, very true to the series. I'm not. I couldn't do it without someone like you who knows exactly what they're doing. I'm not 100% sure that I get the whole numbers thing, but I know that would come with more games.
Just practice. I mean, as we do these things, part of the thing to remember with this is that the numbers aren't as important as having fun and telling the story. So you have people say, "Oh, I'm not very good at that." Not being very good at it is not I don't know the numbers, because everyone can tell the story and have fun with it. So a lot of time people think, "Oh, I'm not very good at it," when actually they were great and they were fun with it because you were coming out with stuff, you were adding to the story. Doesn't matter if we had to remind you that you had to roll on the dice. That's irrelevant and extra. It's about, did you have fun? Did you get involved in the story? And did you feel you had agency to change the story and do things with it?
And I found I was quite attached and concerned for all our characters, which was nice. Yeah.
Yeah.
I made it to a 3-score.
You did, yeah. But that's a really nice part of it, isn't it? It's not procedural at all. It's very interactive. Ross?
I love that it's the twist from, obviously, in Dungeons and Dragons, or in lots of role-playing games, you're trying to go for a higher number. I like that you're trying to get under a certain number, and I love the combination of skills. I think that's simple, but it adds, you can look at who is my character and what. And I like the flexibility to kind of argue, oh, can I use compassion here? Can I use bravery? I like that. So yeah, as a game, I think it's good fun. A bit different. I liked it.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, as role-playing systems go, I think this is quite intuitive. It's not nearly as complicated as some I've come across. And yeah, I agree. I like the fact that you've got the skills and the aptitude that are much more narrative-focused rather than it just being purely numbers-based.
Yeah, it does feel more intuitive than I expected. And thank you for tolerating my. Can we buy the statues? Can I press this button?
Yeah, but that's what I always love as thinking. It was the best thing for a GM is knowing players who firstly will try it on. It's funny with you with the edit. Can I use it again? But also it's like when you do weird things or odd things, or you get involved in anything where you want to get involved is the best thing for a GM because it means the players want to get more into the story and more into it. And it doesn't matter if it's in a weird or crazy way because generally it's always going to be a weird or crazy way because that's what players always do. So, that's part of the fun. That's part of the fun of being in this part of the chair. So
Yeah.
And it's a good fit for this particular series.
Yeah.
It is very true to the show.
Exploration and unexpected challenges.
yeah,
Touching up statues, all those things. Yeah. There you go.
emphasise that.
No, there you go. It doesn't always have to be that. But no, I hope this will inspire people to go and play Space 1999 from the quick start and then the full rule book of the new year. So thanks, Andy. It was great. Fantastic.
Yeah.
Well done, everyone. We survived.
Big back. Alpha is saved.